Il lavoratore che con lo stesso livello di stipendio deve pensare soltanto a se stesso, perché credo.
Now, you know they're taking pictures of me, not the president of Italy in front of me, right?
The Scooter Maven. He travels the world in search of adventure and new scooters to ride. Each week we check in with the Scooter Maven. He's been from Tokyo to Moscow and back. World leaders want to meet him, celebrities want to be him, but all he cares about are scooters. Fame, money, fortune. These are not the things a Scooter Maven cares about. He loves scooters.
Hey guys, welcome back. Here we are at the Galleria in Milan, right by the Duomo. And this is the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele. It's very famous. Anybody who comes to Milan will stop by here. It's a big tourist attraction. Anyways, getting back to the show, we're going to go head out to the show tomorrow morning, and we have a couple of things planned for the show. First off, we're going to visit the Scooter Girls. They got their new display, their new clothing line. We're going to check that out. We're going to check out Turbo Kid. We're going to visit TGB, show you some of the new TGB models that are finally breaking into the Italian market, and we're going to walk around the show, see what's new. So join us for another scooter adventure with the Scooter Maven. Well, this show can be a bit overwhelming for anybody who hasn't been to an IMS show or a motorcycle show before. You're talking about 400,000 people. The good thing is that the first few days is for press and industry insiders only, and then it's open to the public. But before the madness, I got to meet Arlene, the president and CEO of Scooter-Girls.com. Scooter Girls is clothing for women by women. Really cool reflective clothing. You should wear it if you're a lady riding a scooter. Of course, my favorite VIP, my cousin, who is my host every time I'm in Milan. To Originalis at TGB, thank you for the hospitality. We love TGB. We're going to feature them later in the video of EICMA. Piaggio for inviting us to their EU production meeting. The EICMA director, Constantino Ruviero, Tim Boucher, president of the MIC, Guidoberto Guidi, president of EICMA, Italy, Vince Marzarita, EICMA North America, thank you for hosting us and having us at all your meetings. Big shout out to you guys. EICMA, the joint venture meeting, I will have a separate video related to that because the Chinese Chamber of Commerce has invited us to China. So that's a future video. And of course, all the models who are very entertaining and what those people write me about. This is really what the show's not about, but let's say girls and bikes are fun, and in order to not get killed by the wives and girlfriends of Italy, admission is free for all the ladies. So what is EICMA? EICMA is only the world's largest motorcycle show. Let's say that one more time. EICMA is the mother of all motorcycle shows. It is huge, and it's got everything you could want. New models, of course, celebrities, racers that come to sign after the MotoGP. You have Italian celebrities, American celebrities, everybody's out there, and you also get to see bikes that you just might not see anywhere else in the world, from prototypes to demos, and you can test some of the bikes yourself. There's new models being signed up for test drives. This is something that a lot of shows in the US are not doing as much as they used to, like the IMS shows, and a lot of dealers don't even do test drives anymore because of the liability in the United States, where in Italy there are caps against the manufacturers and from testing, so there's not a lot of lawsuits at these things. People can have fun. So you can try some of the new models, and you can even see things like the Manny 50 here from Kymco, which I hope makes it to the United States because it is a great model and it looks awesome. Take a look here. This is probably one of the best Kymco designs ever for a little 50cc. But they got the light coming in the US, and again, you get to see things like this. Like Lambretta, something fairly unique. The importer or the owners of the brand name in Italy are ZNEN importers. Traditionally, they've been selling models that you might see in the US from Lance or Fly Scooters or TNG as Lambrettas. Here they have an original plastic mold, which they are introducing as the new Lambretta 125. Traditionally, they've been selling more Chinese scooters, which had generic molds. In the US, Lambretta uses Adelies, which is pretty interesting. One of the most interesting UTVs we saw at the show this year was the premiere of the Z6 by CF Moto. This is a rival to the Polaris RZR, and it's going to retail for about $3,000 less. What was really cool about it is that it comes standard with a lot of the features that you have to pay a little bit extra when you buy the Polaris. It's amazing, but the Chinese version of this off-road go-kart UTV sports utility vehicle is pretty awesome. It comes standard with an MP3 player, speakers, chrome rims, you name it, it's got it. Another highlight of the event this year was the electric pavilion. Every manufacturer was out, including Piaggio Group with the new Derby race replica, but it was electric. They have new hybrids, electrics, almost every manufacturer was there. And next year, 2010, there's over 34 companies that are going to have electric vehicles and scooters on the market. Something that was unheard of 2 or 3 years ago is now pretty much mainstream. Even Malaguti was there at the show with a relaunch of their electric Chak, which they tried to launch a couple of years back. Vectrix, the technology behind Vectrix, was on display under different names since the company's
like a mini car.
And that was, to me, one of the more interesting aspects of the show. Of course, Benelli, which is owned by QJ, Chen Yang. We just mentioned them, and we visited their Keyway Pavilion in the last video. Benelli in the US is known as Andretti. These all come from the same factory, formerly made in Italy. They're now made in China. On display were some of their top-selling models in Italy, like the Pepe and some other models. Of course, the show is about the motorcycles and the girls. Moto Guzzi, Aprilia, all Italian brands. Some new brands like Pirelli. I featured these before. If you look at my supermarket video visiting the supermarkets in Italy, you'll see some of the Pirellis that I've mentioned. They're now made in China by Zhongshan. The Ape from Vespa. They had an interesting electric version of the Ape on display at EICMA this year. I thought it was really cool. I love the fact that it's sort of like a mix between a Woody. It's got the white wall tires, wood finish on the side paneling. Great for a vacation in Greece, if you will. And of course, every year you hear of new brands that you've never heard of before. There's hundreds of brands in China, and every manufacturer assembled definitely wants to become a brand. So that's something to watch out for, emerging brands every year, and to see new interesting designs or amalgams, mergers of 2 or 3 existing designs into something new Chinese. We'll feature some of these in our next video, and that's the time we have for today. Stay tuned for part 3. To see more of our videos or to find out more, visit www.mrp-speed.com. Thanks, guys.